Hi, everyone. You are listening to Radio Cherry Bomb, and I'm your host, Kerry Diamond, coming to you from Newsstand Studios at Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City. It is bustling outside because Rock Center is the place to be in December. The tree is up and lit, the rink is open, and they close the streets between 5th and 6th, so there is lots of room to roam. I love it. Speaking of love, our guest is pastry chef Carla Henriques of the Hawksmoor restaurant group, and she is making her podcast debut with us today. Carla is known as the Queen of Puddings at Hawksmoor, and we are not talking about chocolate pudding or rice pudding. Lots of you know this, but pudding is a British term for dessert. And since the Hawksmoor group started in London, it all makes perfect sense. Carla, however, hails from Lisbon. As a little girl, she'd accompany her mother to her bakery job, and the rest is history. We'll talk about Carla's career, Hawksmoor's famous cult sticky toffee pudding, the sticky toffee pudding sundae, and then we pretty much go through the entire dessert menu. It is the perfect holiday conversation. Carla's such a cool gal, and I can't wait for you to learn more about her. Stay tuned for my chat with Carla Henriques. A little housekeeping. If you're looking for some holiday gifts for your favorite foodies, head to cherrybomb.com. You can order a copy of our print magazine. The latest issue just dropped, and it is all about cake. Or you can order a gift subscription. You can also buy a ticket to our Jubilee conference as a gift for someone. Jubilee is taking place here in New York City on Saturday, April 25th. If you buy 2 or more tickets, you get 20% off now through the end of the year. Just head to cherrybomb.com and click on the shop tab. Now, let's check in with today's guest. Carla Henriques, welcome to Radio Cherry Bomb.
Thank you for having me.
So excited to have you here and thrilled that this is the first podcast you're ever doing.
I know. I'm so excited and nervous and everything. All the emotions together at once. Love it.
I love that you had a glass of champagne
to
prepare. That's my kind of preparation. I wish you had called me and told me you were having a glass of champagne because I would have had one with you.
I literally had to shut it down because it was like, we have 5 minutes. I really need this.
I don't think I've ever treated champagne like a shot, but
yeah, it was an expensive shot, I must say.
Thrilled to have you here.
Thank you.
You just got back from a long time in the UK. Before we get into everything that you do now, I want to talk about a very charming part of your biography, that you learned how to bake in your mom's bakery in Lisbon.
In Lisbon, yes. Stories
of you being a little girl in the corner, playing with dough and making baskets and things. Tell us about your mom and tell us about this bakery.
So my mom is an amazing person. She's the person I look to every day. She's a single mother of 4. She always worked a lot, 16 hours a day. The oldest always had to look after the youngest. My mom used to go work really early in the morning. And sometimes, obviously, my sister had to go to school. My older brother was already working. So I used to stay with a town baker. This is the fun part. And I remember like it was yesterday, okay? So I used to carry all the time with me a piece of chorizo because we cook fresh bread. She had this amazing wooden oven. So my mom would drop me there, and I would stay there with 6 hours. So I used to watch her prep the bread, make the dough. I used to cut my chorizo, roll it into the dough, cook it, and be there just waiting to be able to eat the bread. So that's how I start falling in love a little bit with the baking, because my mother used to work with a bakery that didn't really let the kids be there as normal, right? So then my mother got promoted to a supervisor, head pastry chef of this huge bakery in Lisbon that they used to supply every single flight that would land in Lisbon. So we used to make 6,000 croissants a day, 10,000 Portuguese custard tarts. Then she was able to take me because she used to work almost overnight. So I used to sleep in the morning. Then my sister used to drop me there, drop me with my mother, and I used to stay there for a couple of hours. So I used to stay in the corner just making, I use brioche dough, just make some like egg baskets. And as I got older, I started getting into, I really want to do this. I want to cook. I want to learn. And yeah, that's how it really started. So I fell in love with cooking, with the smell of the butter, with the smell of the eggs, with, the spices and all the nuts, and I just fell in love with it.
How old were you when that first started?
Oh, I was about 3 years old. Yeah, it's crazy that I still have that memories. And not long ago, I went back to the old town that I used to live, and I saw the baker. She's still there. She's like 80 years old. And it was so amazing to hug her. And she still remembered me. She hasn't seen me for probably 35 years.
And you must have been the cutest little kid with those big brown eyes and your curls. I could see it.
I was a pirate. I was a little pirate. I was the queen of town. I was the only girl in town as well. So I grew up in Lisbon, but just outside Lisbon, not really in the city. So I was the only little girl in town. So you can imagine, right? I was riding with everyone. I was in the farmers. I didn't have clothes to wear because all my clothes was dirty because I was always in the mud. I was always climbing trees, it's a fun way to grow up.
And how about your mom and her career?
So, my mom, she was a cleaner. I mean, she did whatever she did to raise 4 kids without a partner. So she starts cleaning a bakery. That's how she started. She was a bit like me. She wanted to learn. She was very enthusiastic. So they give it a chance to do something with her life that wasn't just cleaning. She took every opportunity she had. And then 10 years later, she was running the bakery. That sounds pretty amazing.
Did she stick with baking?
Yeah, she stuck with baking. Now she's retired, finally. She has arthritis, so she can't really do much. Yeah. But yeah, she's living life. She just got married as well a week ago.
Oh, congrats, Mom.
Yeah, I know. So
that's
excited.
Great. Is she still in Lisbon?
She's still in Lisbon, yeah. She has all the grandkids next to her, and she's just traveling around the country, drinking port. She's living the life.
She is living the life.
Well-deserved.
I'm happy to hear that. Talk to us about Portuguese baked goods. What are some of the signature baked goods? I've never been to Lisbon. I'm so sad because I know how much people love Lisbon so much. So many Americans say they want to move there, and they have moved
loads,
there.
Yeah, loads moved there. I have loads of friends asking me for recommendations and stuff.
No doubt.
Every time I go there is my worst nightmare, because I am a pastry chef because I do love sweets. Sweets are everything to me. Trying to be healthy is difficult because I just want to eat everything. The Portuguese custard tarts, is famous everywhere in the world. Difficult to find good ones outside Portugal, but you do have some out there.
Say the word again. What kind of tarts?
Portuguese custard tarts called pastel de nata.
Okay.
The most famous Portuguese desserts. But, we do everything from donuts, from brioches, from bread, from typical French pastries. I think that the pastry in general in Portugal are probably in my top 5, the best in the world for sure. They're just amazing, really well made. The schools there are really good, a really good start for a generation that wants to do something with their life. Definitely, pastries are amazing.
You land in Lisbon. You can only get one pastry at one bakery.
Oh.
What do you get and where do you go?
Definitely pastel de nata for sure. For sure, you can get them everywhere, but pastel de Belém. In Belém, you're right next to the sea. It's just a beautiful area. It's the most, you have to queue for a little while because there's always a massive queue outside and you cannot eat one. Okay, this is the big mistake if you think you can. They're pretty small. They're pretty small.
And what's in them?
So it's a puff pastry. The secret of the puff pastry is that we use lard, pork lard on it. So we roll the puff pastry on a table and then we mix the lard with butter and then we roll it back together. It sounds...
Yum, keep going.
Yeah, I know, right? And then we make... I know people call it custard, but it's not really custard. We make a syrup, a really thick syrup with cinnamon and lemon, zest. And then it's just a really thick mix with butter, flour, water, loads of yolks because Portuguese love yolks. We cook it about 400 Fahrenheit, so it's really high temperature. And it's just crispy and soft in the middle. We also put a lot of cinnamon on top because Portuguese people love cinnamon. I'm addicted to cinnamon. Put it in everything. But it's just that, you can't go wrong with it. I never met anybody that didn't like them. It's the first thing that people ask me when I go home. It's like, please, chef, please bring me some Portuguese custard tarts. Sometimes I fail because I bring them, but then I get hungry and I eat them. They don't get into the kitchen. I eat them before I get there.
Or when people are like, bring me back bread or, croissant from Paris or something. You're that's not the point.
And it's not the same. You have to be there. You
have to be there. Yeah. Exactly. These aren't things meant to last for days and to travel. But cinnamon, I need to give a shout out to because there is one cinnamon I'm obsessed with, and I think it is one of the best smelling things in the world. The burlap and barrel cinnamon.
Oh,
it's called Royal Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Have you? It's an American brand.
Yeah. I have tasted it. It's one of the best.
It just smells like heaven.
Yeah. I like burning as well. I love burnt cinnamon. We actually have at the Hawksmoor right now burnt cinnamon ice cream.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love the smell. I love the flavor. I love the taste. Oh, it's just great.
We'll be right back with today's guest. The holiday issue of Cherry Bomb magazine is finally here, and the team and I love this issue so much. It's all about cake and features 3 incredible self-taught cake artists on the covers. Lucy Franc-de-Ferrière of From Lucy, Amy France, a.k.a. Young Kombucha 420, and Amy Yip of Yip Studio. The issue is packed with recipes and lots of great stories. Head to cherrybomb.com to subscribe or order your issue. You can pick whichever cover you want or check out our list of stockists around the country. We love our stockists, and you can find Cherry Bomb magazine in great places like Book Larder in Seattle, Vivian Culinary Books in Portland, Oregon, and Moon Palace Books in Minneapolis. You make the decision to leave Lisbon.
So yes, I always hated school. I was that person that I just need to be busy, and school wasn't giving me what I wanted. So my mother came to me and said, look, I know you don't like school, but you really love pastries. What about you just go and take a course? So I was like, fine, whatever you want, do it. So I went mostly to have something, a paper saying that I took it, because I already knew it, how to do most of it. I was 17 when I finished my course. So I was still pretty young when I finished it. And I got offered one of the best jobs in Lisbon, which was working for magazines and books. So my job at 17, almost 18, it was creating. So every day I would walk into the studio. I met amazing people, 17. I met the Spice Girls over there. My job basically every day was walking in, they give me a paper and say, today you're going to make 5 desserts with milk. So I'll be doing 5 desserts. I would just be in the studio just creating.
How did you fall into that job?
When I finished the course, they chose the best 3 people, and they chose me to be one of the best. Actually, the first job they offered me was to be a teacher at a school while I was 17, which I thought that's crazy. I don't have experience to teach.
Are you a teacher in your soul? Do you think they saw that?
Yeah, I think so. I would never move project till I nailed that project. Sometimes they you would be doing croissants, right? And next day you'll be doing something else, right? I would not move from the croissants till my croissant was the best croissant. Sometimes it would take me 2 weeks, but I would not move from that. So I was very stubborn. I always need to be better than everyone in a good way, but I'm always have to be the fastest doing something. Even these days, if I'm in a kitchen, and I see a chef cutting lemons or doing segments, and I feel like I have to be next to it. If he cuts 1, I cut 2. If he cuts 2, I cut 3. I have this thing, but that makes me good.
I was just going to say before, it sounds like you're competitive, but most competitive with yourself.
Yes.
Except in situations like what you just described.
Yeah, but I'm very competitive, very competitive. I like that. I think that's how it made me good at my job.
Yeah. Who was it? Danny Meyer? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have said this, but I think Danny Meyer at some point said, you should be 1% better every day.
Always, always. He just makes you a better person in everything, right?
Agreed. You leave Lisbon.
Yeah, I don't know. I turned 18. I enjoyed my experience doing magazines and books. Which
you met the Spice Girls. You're like, I'm out of here. What's left?
I'm done. There's nothing else to do here. So I went to open a 5-star hotel in Lisbon still. I was there for 6 months. My chef left the magazines and books and offered me a position as a sous chef when I was 18, which is crazy as well. So I took it, and then it just wasn't for me. I needed something else. So I decided to move to London. I did not speak English. I would say hello, goodbye, and that's it.
I read your story about the cucumber and the walk-in.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was... Actually, the other day, I just told that story again because someone was telling me, like, how hard it is. The good thing about that is I put myself in people's shoes, right? And these days, you have so many people that works in kitchens that came from Africa or India or whatever, right? And they don't really speak the language. I have been there. I know how it's hard, how the failure that you feel with yourself, the frustrations you get from yourself. So I'm extra careful with that. So if you don't know, just say to me, and I'm more than happy to walk you there and show you what it is. And if I need to tell you once, twice, 3 times, I'm still okay with it. I will not get angry or upset about it. No, we're here to help each other. And I think when you do that to people as well, they stay with you for longer as well. They want it to work for you. They trust you, and most of my chefs spend years with me. I have people with me for the last 10 years.
Wow.
And that shows a lot about how, you treat people would stay.
It also sounds like you have a lot of empathy.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's from your mom.
Yes, definitely my mother.
Yeah. To move to London, not speaking any English, you get a job in restaurants. Do you want to tell the walk-in story? Because not to put you on the spot,
no,
but it's
100%.
remarkable to see how far you've come And I think it's a great reminder to people. I don't know, maybe you're feeling a little down on their luck or something right now.
Yeah.
Just to see what you were able to achieve.
Yeah, I think so when I moved to London, I started working in a bakery. So my first job was in a bakery. But the good thing is most of the people, 80% of the people in that bakery in London were Portuguese. So I did not really have to speak English, which for me was great at the first year that I was in London. But then, they would not pay me really well. And, I would work a lot and they would take advantage of my work. I was never afraid of not speaking the language. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go and try. So I got offered a job in this restaurant working for Australians. Lovely people. I enjoy them so much. It's so much fun.
Australians are great.
Oh, it's so much fun and I loved it. But in a busy service, my pastry chef, she never told me she was Portuguese. I worked with her for 8 months. She never told me she was Portuguese. Apparently, she just wanted me to learn the language, which I was fine with it. But at some stage, she could help me, She never did. Fine, love her, but hate her, same time. Yeah, so it was a night, they were really busy, and the chef starts screaming like, I need a cucumber. Carla, get me a cucumber. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go in the fridge, and I'm going to find a cucumber. And I was like screaming in the fridge by myself. I was like, crap, what is a cucumber? And I went back to the kitchen, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what a cucumber is. But then he was so peaceful, and he looked at me, he's like, don't worry. He put his hand on my shoulder, took me to the fridge and said, Carla, this is a cucumber. And I'm like, that was the best day of my life.
How do you say cucumber in Portuguese?
Pepino. That's not, you see, it has nothing to do with it.
No.
I was trying to find clues, but it was nothing there. So I was just looking at the fridge. Could be anything. Just could be anything.
Are you still traumatized by cucumbers or?
No, I love cucumbers.
Past that?
Oh, I love cucumbers. Smashed cucumbers.
Smashed
my
cucumber.
favorite.
Oh my gosh. And so easy to make at home.
I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My fridge, sometimes I joke, it's always a light because there's nothing in there because I'm always traveling everywhere, but it's always a cucumber. It's always soy sauce. I definitely can make smashed cucumber all the time.
That's so funny. When we have time to do a speed round at the end, we always say, what's always in your refrigerator? No one has said a light.
A light. That's my...
But yes, we've all been there. You establish yourself in London. And you're on the pastry path.
Yeah, always.
And you stay on that.
Stay always on pastry. I work in a few restaurants in London. I stayed at that restaurant for about a year and a half. And then I went to work for another company, which is pretty funny because now I'm doing a steakhouse and it was a seafood restaurant. I worked there for 3 years, which I learned so much. They were very tough on me. The industry of that back in the days, it was pretty crazy, especially being a woman as well.
Right. But London was the epicenter for, Marco Pierre White and Gordon Ramsay and all the shouty chefs.
Scream at you.
Mm-hmm. And throw things.
I saw stoves throwing at people. It was crazy. It was crazy times, but it made me tough. It made me, you had to, or I make it or I break it. It was definitely that. But I always felt like I was pretty tough. They helped me a lot. I saw a lot of wrong things and good things. But then after 3 years working there, they opened a restaurant in Dubai. So they invited me to be the head pastry chef in Dubai, which I went. I loved it and I hated it. It was, it was just a beautiful restaurant. The culture is lovely, but it just wasn't for me as a female. I'm a free woman. I like to be free. I like to do whatever I want, wherever I feel like. And that wasn't the case. So I decided to come back to London. Then I opened one restaurant with Soho House. And then after a year, I like to move. I get really bored doing the same thing. So it was always places that never let me really be myself or create things. So then I went to a couple of trials. I went to a Michelin star. I actually accepted the job, one of them. And then at the last minute, the agency called me and said, hey, Carla, I have these guys. I know you already accepted the job, but please come and meet them. It's nothing that you ever done. It's a steak restaurant. I don't really think you're going to take it, but they're such a nice people, and I would love you to go and meet them.
So you had accepted a job.
I did accept the job the day before.
You got talked into going, wow.
To go at Hawksmoor. So I came to Hawksmoor. It was the second restaurant they were opening. They opened Spitalfields, and then after 3 years later, they decided to open Covent Garden, 7 Hours. So I came to the interview, and I ended up meeting the owners. I met everybody, the owners, executive chef. They all treat me like I was already worked for them, It was so warm that I accepted the job even before I had the trial. I don't even know what I'd done.
That's a good hiring tactic. If you really want somebody, treat them like they have the job already.
Yeah, I left very confused. I was like, I don't know. Did I took the job? Did they say
what
yes?
What just happened? Yeah.
I didn't even ask how much money they're going to pay me. It felt right. So I had to walk to the other restaurant and tell them. I know I was really honest. I just said, I'm really sorry. I was really excited to start here, but I think I just find my place. I find my weirdos because they're as weird as me, you know, like, yeah, I think I find my people. And yeah, it's 15 years later, I'm still there.
15 years. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're a whole tribe of weirdos.
Yeah, we're all a tribe.
Yeah. And you have so many locations now.
14.
Did you stay in London?
Yes.
For how long and when did you move here?
So I have been here just before COVID hit.
Okay.
So I came here. So my birthday's on the 31st of December.
You're a New Year's Eve baby. Oh, so is my nephew Will. Hi, Will.
Capricorn.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Will. Yes, I'm a Capricorn. So I moved here on the 31st of December of 2019 to open Hawksmoor. And then we had to close 3 months after COVID. So we all had to run back to London. I run back to Portugal. But yeah, I've been here, let's say, 4 years.
Now you are a Brooklyn girl.
I'm a Brooklyn girl.
I just had Lily Allen West End girl in my head.
I'm addicted to that.
It's one of the,
Albin is so good.
I think
She's
there's so
legendary.
many good albums this year that I think are masterpieces.
She's great.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
But she was a Brooklyn girl and a West End girl. You're a Brooklyn girl.
Love Brooklyn.
Love Brooklyn. How'd you wind up in Brooklyn?
Honest with you, it wasn't my first choice at the beginning. We came from.
I live in Brooklyn, but that's okay.
I love Brooklyn, but when I moved here, I moved to Harlem. So I was in Harlem. I had some friends over, and they used to rent one room for Airbnb. So I messaged, hey guys, like, you know, I need a room to stay. I know you have Airbnb. I just need it for a month so I can find my feet. They were like, girl, this is your room. So I'm like, I ended up staying before COVID. And then I came back. Senna is from Brazil and Daniel is from Boston. So they end up going to Boston and then to Brazil. And then 1 month before I moved, I reached out. I was like, hey guys, I'm coming back. Are we doing this again? Are we all moving together? And they're like, hell yes. So they came back first. They got another apartment in Harlem and we moved together again. Then they decided to move to Brazil after 6 months.
Oh.
My best friend, Kelly, she came to Hawksmoor. She moved from the UK as well. So we're like, you know what, we're going to find an apartment together. But we didn't have any credit score. So no one, it was so crazy that I even offered to pay a year rent, and no one would give us an apartment because we didn't have any.
New York is a tough place.
It's crazy.
That's why that song exists. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
By the way, I was singing that song on the 31st of December 2019 when I was landing in New York.
Listen, babe, I was born here, and I probably sing that song to myself a few times a week because it's so hard here. And I just remind myself, you can make it here, you can make it
anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then that was that. And then we find...
Carla and I will not be breaking into song, so...
Yeah, and cry at the end of it. But yeah, and then the only people that got us an apartment, it was in Brooklyn. They didn't give us the apartment in the first place. They sent the same email saying that you guys sound really cool. So you want to come to the office so we can meet you guys? So I came in, I bring chocolates. I had like boxes of chocolates. I need to win this, guys. I need to find a place to live in this city. Yeah, they fall in love with us and we fall in love with them. And then it's been 3 years. We're still in Flatbush.
Great. Brooklyn's the best.
Yeah. I love the community out there. Food is great. People is lovely.
The whole city. New York's just an amazing place. All the great people.
And it gets everyone jealous. Every time I go back to London, they're like, so where you live? I live in Brooklyn. They were like, oh my God, I'm so jealous of you. Brooklyn is cool. It's a great area.
So many good baked goods here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the number of bakeries that have opened, even just post-pandemic, it just blows my mind. But let's talk about your menu. Let's jump ahead. So you've been there 15 years. You got your fingerprints all over the menu.
All over.
You are known as the queen of puddings.
It's crazy. I went from the princess of pastries to the queen of puddings. I think like every 5 years.
Princess or queen?
I mean, queen, obviously. I love the title of queen. I cannot be a queen without having my princesses and my princes. So all my team is right behind me and I can't do anything by myself. They made me really stand out, you know.
So you're the queen mother?
I'm the queen mother. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Like my team, especially here in New York, they are so amazing. Like, every time I come back from London, just so excited to see me. They always have desserts for me to try. They were like, oh, chef, we've been working on this. And that gets me so excited. You know, they also know I'm very opinionated about things. So if something has potential, then we can spend some time, make it better.
In the UK, puddings
is everything.
Is dessert. When we say dessert, you say puddings, right?
Yes. But they also say puddings to savory. Girl, I'm Portuguese. I don't know why But for me, yeah, puddings is desserts. It just makes no sense.
So it's interchangeable. As we get into this next part of the conversation, don't get too confused. Puddings is dessert, but pudding is also pudding.
Also pudding.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have savory puddings, which are made with suet pastry, lots of meat and beef, which we also have at Hawksmoor. And then you call it pudding, just the sticky toffee pudding.
We're going to go through the whole puddings menu because I have it up in front of me and it sounds unbelievable. Let's start with the one you just referenced, sticky toffee pudding. For someone who's never had that, what is it? Is that the queen of puddings?
Yes. That's everything for Hawksmoor. It's been on a menu as long as I have been on Hawksmoor for 15 years. Actually, it was on a menu before I started, but they used to buy it. So everything before I started, it used to be bought in.
Which a lot of steakhouses do. I just found out the other day about a very famous steakhouse here in Manhattan that buys its cheesecake from a cheesecake shop that I will not.
They do not have a pastry chef.
Yeah.
We do have 7 pastry chefs, and we make everything in-house. From ice creams, from chocolates, from all the desserts, from burger buns. The only thing we don't really make it is sourdough, but everything is made in-house. We have a huge team.
So many places deprioritized pastry chefs. So many of our star pastry chefs basically got kicked to the curb during the pandemic. It was terrible.
I'm very, very lucky to be able to express myself and to have a voice. They do listen to me. I think that's the reason I've been there for that long. They do listen. They always care about how the menu looks like, how we're creating, where we get our ideas from. I cannot complain about that. They just make me be myself. It's great. It says it all on the menu. When you have people coming into Hawksmoor just to have desserts and cocktails, it's something that makes me so happy.
Wow, that is amazing, especially because it's a steakhouse.
100%.
Is sticky toffee pudding, like if I were to walk through just one of the Hawksmoors, is that the dessert everybody orders?
Yes. So that's the biggest seller. We sell about 400 a day. 400 a day? No, sorry. No, that would be too much. 400 a week. 400 a day. Damn.
Like one for both of us, our jaws were on the floor. We're like, what? That's crazy.
One per person.
What makes your sticky toffee pudding unique? And for folks who've never had it, what's in it?
Definitely the ingredients. So we use fresh medjool dates. We also cook our dates with water and bicarbonate of soda. So we cook it for a long time so the dates become black, like completely black. Then we use the best sugar for me, which is Billington's. We use dark and light Muscovado sugar, which when I moved to the US was very difficult to find it. It took me a long time to find a supplier that can supply the amount that we use. Yeah, I think it's just ingredients really. It's a very simple recipe. You guys can find it anywhere on Instagram, on our books. I'm very cool giving my stuff away. I really don't mind that people want to do at home or at the restaurants. I'm not very good not giving my stuff away. I should be sometimes, but I'm not.
It's understandable. I think people who get into hospitality
and everyone asks me for the recipes, generous. So I'm always happy to give my recipes away. So
you said books. Does Hawksmoor have some cookbooks?
2 books.
Didn't know that.
2 books. Yeah, we have Hawksmoor at Home and Hawksmoor Restaurants.
And there are dessert recipes in there.
They're all dessert recipes in there. All the Hawksmoor classics are in there. Yeah.
Okay, we might have to make some sticky toffee pudding. Not only are we all about Brooklyn here at the studio, we also love dates. I had some dates last night, Rancho Meladuco. I just sliced them in half, put a little peanut butter inside. So good.
I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of peanut butter.
I think it's probably an American thing. Wait, but the next thing on your puddings menu is peanut butter shortbread with salted caramel ice cream and original beans chocolate.
My favorite chocolate in the whole world.
So you do have peanut butter on your menu.
I do, and I love it. So that one is only in the UK, not in the US. We have the peanut butter shortbread. It's also been on a menu as long as I have been. It's the only 2 desserts I cannot take it off. When I take it off, I got absolute butter on Twitter. I tried to take it off twice, and I got so much.
So we have to go to the UK if we want this.
Yes.
Is the recipe in the cookbook?
Yes, it is.
I might try to make it.
Yes, it is. But that's a mix between me and my mother. So, yeah, my mother used a very Portuguese recipe called babad camelo. So I tried to recreate that into this dessert.
I love a really sandy shortbread.
Oh, I love it. And the thing is, we don't use peanut butter. We roast our peanuts and we blend it with the flour to make the shortbread.
Okay.
So we don't use peanut butter on it.
Salted caramel ice cream, self-explanatory. What is original beans chocolate?
So original beans chocolate is the chocolate we use in all Hawksmoors. So we are a sustainability company, so they are all about what we do. They save the planet. For each tree they cut, they plant 3 more. They're all about saving the animals, the elephants, the gorillas.
I have to confess, I've never heard of beans.
Oh, it's so good. It's original beans. It's amazing. They're very expensive, really expensive, but save the trees. All the bags that chocolate comes in, they're composable.
I'll do some homework on them. We've talked about London and the Hawksmoor locations in the UK, but you're in Dublin. I walked past the Dublin one when I was in Ireland last time.
You should have gone inside.
I know.
Do you know what? You in Ireland the same time I went. And
No.
I nearly messaged you.
Why didn't you message me?
Because
Everybody else did.
Because you were in Cork. I think you went to Cork. So it was the day that you went to Cork because I was following your line.
Yeah. I've spent a lot of time in Cork. Well, you can't not go see Darina Allen.
Yeah,
you
fair.
know, I mean,
You
talk
have
about
to.
the Queen.
Yeah.
You know, they're not into royalty over there, but Darina is our
Yeah.
Queen. Hi, Darina, if you're listening. If you're in the UK, you can go to a Hawksmoor in Dublin.
So you have 8 in London, and you have 1 in Liverpool, 1 in Manchester in the north, and then you have in Edinburgh, and then in Scotland, and then you have Dublin. Then obviously we move to this side, so we have Chicago, New York, and I cannot say where, but we open another one May, June next year.
I heard something's in the works. I love that you're in Manchester. I've never been, but I'm obsessed because of the music scene.
So cool.
I love Smiths, New Order, Oasis, everybody.
The accents.
Yeah,
Every time just like, for me, one of the things I always tell people is when I get a black taxi, right? I arrived in Manchester, I get a taxi, and the way that the taxi driver just say, "You're right, love." Everyone just says love, but like for anybody, for a woman, a man, whatever, it's so warm. You're right, love.
I would literally go somewhere just to hear that.
Oh my, I feel like I'm at home.
Next up, Black Forest Pavlova with wild morello cherries, sour cherry sorbet, and dark chocolate mousse. That sounds fabulous.
It is a classic. So for me, it was have a taken on a classic. I think like London loves a classic. London loves a classic dessert. And for me, it was like, what can I do that is very Christmassy? And he just looks great. You know, you have a chocolate pavlova. And
the pavlova itself is chocolate,
Yeah.
not
So
white.
it's half-half. So you have half-half. So I just literally, I make the pavlova and then I melt some chocolate, put it over, and it is marbled. It's just marbles in it. I do a quenelle with it. So we cook it and it looks like a quenelle. Yeah, I break it on the middle and I put like cherry cream, a lot of alcohol, because I don't know, sometimes I do like to add a lot of alcohol on my desserts. And if you call it Black Forest, it has to have alcohol on it. So I use a lot of kirsch on it. It's just delicious.
That sounds great.
It became crazy online as well. People just come for the Hawksmoor to have. And if you book the private dining rooms, you get a massive one. So one to share for like 10 people.
Do you have a dessert tray or trolley?
We don't.
Oh,
I wish we did.
I feel like we're only 4 in, but this sounds like it would lend itself
I
beautifully.
wish we did. But when you do about like 700, 800 covers a night, I think everyone would hate that trolley, especially the staff who would be like, I cannot get that trolley again.
We were talking about Darina Allen and Ballymaloe down in Cork. Do you know JR, the pastry chef at Ballymaloe House?
No.
He does a trolley.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh, it was just the most magical thing in the world.
Oh, a cheese trolley.
Yes,
I always wanted to do a
cheese
cheese trolley.
Too.
I love cheese.
Great too. Mm-hmm.
It's a great way for me to finish my meal, always having a cheese. I shouldn't say that because I'm a vegetarian. But cheese
You can have both. You can have both.
100%.
Okay, next. Upside down apple and almond cake with Calvados sauce and sour cream ice cream.
That's definitely my mother. She used to make my mom, again, I'm like saying about my mother, but she's a big influence. And she used to make every Sunday upside down cake with whatever she had in the fridge. Would that be pineapple or that would be apple? So that's a take on it. It's also gluten free. So
Do you change up the fruit?
Yes. Yeah. So
it's gluten free. Great to know.
yes.
How do you make it gluten free?
We use chestnut flour. I mix chestnut flour with almond flour.
Sour cream ice cream. Oh, that must be yummy, like a little tang.
It's very tang, and it's just a perfect combination between sweet and sour. Right?
Got
You
it.
have the sweetness of the dessert cut with the calvados, but also cut with the sour cream. And obviously salt, because I put lots of it in it.
Next up, lemon meringue tart with creme fraiche.
Lemon is my thing. I mean, it's something that I don't like, because when you go to a restaurant or a bakery or whatever and you order something with lemon and it's just sweet. For me, when I order something with lemon, it's because I'm a lemon lover. It has to be tangy. You have to feel it in the back of your throat, how sour it is. Yeah, that's how my lemon tart is. It just has to be sour.
For the lemon lovers.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Next, we have to discuss this. Mince pies, 3 proportion. Some folks listening are going to be like, I have absolutely no idea what a mince pie is.
Mince pies is a traditional British Christmas. I don't know. It's called a cookie, but no, it's a tart. It's a little tarts, which we make our own sweet pastry. Instead of eggs, I use cream, so it makes it much more crispier. Inside, we start making the mix 6 months before. So we use loads of kirsch, loads of vodka, and we leave it with currants, black currants, sultanas, raisins, lemon peel, orange peel, and it just macerates for about 6 months.
6 months. That's incredible. So almost like what we would put in a fruit cake.
Yes. It's exactly what you would put in a fruit cake, but it's all in a little.
So do you have an appointment on your calendar, like a reminder?
Yeah,
6
to start
months ahead
making.
to start?
Yeah. In June, they start making them straight away. And then a couple of say October, they start making them and they start freezing them. So we make the dough, we make it on and freeze it, and then we make it fresh every day because the demand is crazy.
During the holidays.
Yes, during the holidays.
Yeah.
So we only put it on the menu the month of December, and it goes to charity as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so we make no profit in it. It's going to help the kids to get food and presents.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, so then you've got ice cream and sorbet on the menu. We're going to skip ahead to the sticky toffee sundae because I might just fall off my stool here. This sounds so amazing. Clotted cream ice cream.
Love clotted cream.
Sticky toffee sponge and toffee sauce.
So the sundae came from, being a sustainability company, I like to not waste anything. So when we make our sticky toffees, we always have the tops out, right? So at the beginning, I used to give to staff till they had enough because it was every day eating sticky toffee pudding. So I thought, you know what, let's create something where we can reuse it. So we're going to make a version of the sticky toffee, but in a nicer, colder way to have it. So I came up with that. And then it became so popular that we have to start making the sticky toffee pudding just because of the sundae. It was, we sell about, I don't want to lie, but about 150 every Sunday.
Oh,
every Sunday, especially on Sundays, people love the sundae.
I would want that for my birthday with actually, I'd want most of your desserts for my birthday with candles stuck inside them.
There you go. You know where to come.
I do. Then you have chocolates for the table or to take away, which is really nice.
And the salted caramel Rolos.
On the cheese menu, you have a selection of Neal's Yard cheeses.
Neal's Yard cheeses, which we change every
paste.
Damson paste,
That's damson plums, right?
Damson plums, yeah.
And oat biscuits. I love an oat biscuit.
I love oat biscuits. All made in house. We also sell with fruit bread as well. Every month we change the cheese on the cheese boards.
Oat biscuits not super popular here, but when I see them in a store and I'm putting together a cheese board,
I just had them 2 days ago. I baked them, and when they fresh out of the oven. I can give you my recipe.
Okay, is it in the cookbook?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't think so. I don't think there's any cheese on a book actually. But I give you my recipe.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
That's a nice question. I wasn't expecting that. But I do love a cheddar cheese.
We got to keep you on your toes here at Radio
right?
Cherry Bomb,
yeah.
Carla.
Happy with that. I love a cheddar. I love King's cheddar with the onion chutney. Love it. I also love a soft cheese. I love a baked cheese. And my sister does a really nice soft baked with, so she puts queen's paste all over the cheese, like a camembert almost. She puts queen's paste all over, and then she covers with puff pastry, and she bakes it, and she gives that as a starter. And it's so simple and glorious. Give me a nice piece of sourdough bread, and that, I love
happy. A baked cheese. Baked brie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm very simple when it comes to that. It makes me so happy to have.
I remember when was this? Thanksgiving? It wasn't Christmas. Some family members were coming over, and dinner wound up being much later. We might have been going to a restaurant on Thanksgiving, which we don't normally do. This was years ago. And I needed a really quick starter. And I ran across the street to the bodega, and they had brie. It was amazing because it's not a brie kind of bodega. They had a small wheel of brie, the Pillsbury dough crescent rolls, the ones you whack against the counter. Do you know those?
Yeah.
And I had, I've always got a ton of jam. So I just bought those, ran back, rolled out the dough, and kind of just rolled over it with a rolling pin.
It's a quick thing to do.
Put the brie in the middle, put some jam on top, folded the pastry dough over it, popped it in the oven, and you would have thought it was a Michelin star restaurant.
100%. And I bet with you it was the favorite thing of everybody. Yeah. That would be, that would be for me.
Gobbled
for sure.
it up. Okay, let's do speed round because we're almost out of time. You survived your first podcast.
That was so nice.
You were great.
It was really quick.
What do you start your morning with? What beverage?
Black coffee. And I just learned black coffee and horchata One of my chefs took me to...
Not like a dirty horchata, don't call it that.
Yeah, with a little bit with the black coffee, and he's, oh my God, I'm addicted to it.
Okay, that sounds great. What's always in your fridge?
A light. And cucumber.
And cucumber. Speaking of the Smiths, there's a light that never goes out. And it's in Carla's fridge.
Carla's fridge.
What was your favorite food as a kid?
Oh my God, there's so many. Bacalhau, which is dry salt cod, which in Portugal we have more than 1,000 ways to make it. And bacalhau con natas, which is with cream that my mom does, is a dream.
What's your favorite snack food today?
Oh, fava beans. Salted fava beans. I'm addicted to it.
Okay, salted fava beans.
I love
dried fava beans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a Portuguese thing?
No.
Huh.
It's something that I discovered in London, and I'm addicted to it.
I don't even know if I've ever had a dried fava bean.
Go to Whole Foods. On the cheese section. You have massive buckets of it. Yeah. And you cannot have one, because if you have one, game over. You not stop till you finish the whole thing.
All right, I'm going to head to my Gowanus Whole Foods to the cheese counter and get a big bucket of
fava beans.
Dried fava beans.
Yeah, salted.
Okay, Carla's insisting it's sexier than it sounds.
Yes.
Okay. What are you streaming right now? Could be music, a TV show.
Yesterday when I was flying here, I watched on Apple TV. Oh my God! And it just
Blackbird.
Yes, and it was crazy. It was about 8 episodes, and I could not. I don't remember talk to anyone. I didn't eat my food. I didn't drink.
Why was it so good?
I don't know. It's just really well made. I was lost the whole way. I thought I got it, and I didn't got it. And then at the end, it was like, no, I totally did not got any of this. Is
it violent?
No, it wasn't. It's not
okay.
violent. It's not violent. Yeah,
can't do violent or creepy.
It's definitely not violent. It's not violent.
Dream travel destination?
Japan, which I'm trying to make next year.
I've never been either. I'd really love to go.
It's on my list for next year.
I got to make it happen. I've had this show now for almost 13 years. And
you've been saying that.
Half the guests say that their dream travel destination is Japan. And I always say I want to go. And
I think I've been saying for the last 10 as well. But every time I'm trying to do something happen. So now we're going to open the restaurant next year. So I'm like, oh God, I don't know. Should I book it or book it? But hopefully I make it next year.
Maybe it'll be in our 2026 future.
Yes,
that would be
let's
amazing.
make it.
Amazing. What's your favorite food smell?
Cinnamon.
Oh, yeah. We established that already.
And fennel.
Oh.
Fennel is a very Portuguese. My mom makes the best fennel cookies in a wood oven with walnuts. That, if I think about smell, that would be the smell that I think always.
I love fresh fennel, roasted fennel, all of the fennel. What's your most used kitchen tool or implement?
Palette knife, spatula, my KitchenAid that lives with me. 100% I cannot deal with a KitchenAid. I get crazy when my KitchenAid breaks.
Do you have a favorite cookbook or just one that you reference a lot?
I do. Ches Panisse. I love Alice Waters. Ches Panisse desserts is always with me. I love it.
That is a beautiful book.
Yeah, I think Alice Waters is definitely one of my inspirations. She's,
all of us.
Yeah, 100%. That's, yeah.
Do you have a favorite food movie?
Burned. I like Burned.
Burned's a good one. Is that where he goes and he shucks a million oysters to redeem himself? Yeah. I haven't watched that in a while. I need to watch it again.
I haven't. Yeah, the last one I watched was The Bear. But yeah, also I love
The Bear. Okay, last question. If you were to be trapped on a desert island with one food celebrity, who would it be and why?
I think, I'm going to say again Alice Waters. Because I think she's fun. I think we would have a lot of fun cooking whatever we find in the island. Yeah, I think it would be her. 100%.
Great answer.
I would say my mother, but I mean, I think you guys are sick and tired of my mother right now.
Have you met Alice?
I haven't.
Oh, you need to put that on your 2026 bingo card also. Mm-hmm.
It's definitely on my list. I went nearby the restaurant last year. Couldn't get a table. It was a last minute holiday. I was really sad, but I have to make it again and actually plan it properly. That would help.
Carla, that was so much fun.
That's so much fun.
Great job, love.
Thank you. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Thank you, love.
Well, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
That's it for today's show. Thank you to Carla Henriques for joining me. And Carla, congrats on your first podcast. You did a great job. And everybody, don't forget, tickets for Jubilee 2026 are on sale right now. If you buy 2 or more tickets before the end of the year, you get 20% off. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but check out our Substack at cherrybomb.substack.com. We've got lots of great recipes, and we've got the Lucy Fran de Ferrier cover story from the new issue that you can read for free, courtesy of our friends at Kerrygold. Our theme song is by the band Tra La La. Joseph Hazen is a studio engineer for Newsstand Studios here at Rockefeller Center. Our producers are Catherine Baker and Jenna Sadu. Our executive assistant is Bridget Pittman. And our head of partnerships is Rachel Close. Thanks for listening, everybody. You're the bomb.